Greetings, YouTube. I want you to take a stab, intentional pun, at how many of the extremist murders, attacks in America in 2018 were committed by right-wingers. Now, you think it's, 10%, think it's 50, may say 75. What percentage do you think it is? Pause, don't look at the link, put a number down there, and then continue listening to the video. Have you done that? Excellent, thank you. Percentage? 100%. 100% of the extremist attacks, the extremist murders in America in 2018 were committed by right-wing extremists. Because the right wing is dangerous. Flat out. The red caps are dangerous. Now, they're proud of the fact that they're dangerous. They love making threats, both in person, online, in text, in video. They're very open about it. They wear their violent slogans on their shirts and their hats. They carry torches and signs and flags in the street declaring their allegiance to violent groups. And they commit violent acts. They run people down in the street with cars. They shoot up pizza parlors because they're convinced that there's a child sex ring in the basement, even though there is no basement. They're unhinged, and they're being pushed further and further towards that state of being unhinged by President Chitgibbon and the GOP, who really want their base to be in a state of frothing madness 24/7, so they will ignore all the horrible, horrible things the GOP is doing to them, to America, and the world at large. And in the process of trying to keep this state of hyperactivity going, they are triggering a whole lot of folks out there that are very, very unbalanced. And it's terrifying because we have a political party and a president who are actively encouraging violence amongst their base towards everybody else. And it's become normal. We just accept this now. I read FARC on a regular basis, F-A-R-K, on a daily basis. And whenever there's a new shooting, somebody's picked up the active shooter notification pretty darn quick, and there usually is a posting before we know really any details. Just like active shooter in X, Y, or Z. And the last time one of those popped up on FARC, I was just like, I didn't even look at it. I'm just like, yeah, there's another one. And that's terrifying. That we have become so complacent every single time there's a shooter in America that we just ignore them. Even though gun violence is a crisis in America, both gun violence against other people and, of course, gun violence against ourselves. Suicide is an incredibly large portion of gun violence in America, mostly men. Men tend to pick the firearms as a suicide method, not always, but often. And interestingly, the decision between I'm going to kill myself and committing the act is usually under 15 minutes, and if someone is prevented, they actually usually don't repeat the process. So if they don't have the means, we'd save a lot more lives. Not to mention all the lives that we'd save from being gunned down in the streets or shot in their own homes. Domestic violence, family annihilations, not to mention mass shootings in the street, or snipers. We've had lots of different people do lots of different things. And almost always, they're white, right-wing extremists. I believe the total percentage overall is 70 plus for the number of people committing mass shootings and things like that in America. Even though the right wing will tell you it's black people. It's not. That's another talking point that the racists use. So, there's a reason I try to avoid talking to people who I suspect might be Republican. They're dangerous. And I don't want to talk politics with someone that is known to be dangerous. And they like that rep. They revel in it, which is another sign of how damaged they are. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how you get us out of this. And it's scary. And I'm hoping that there is an end game where we can get the right wingers to stop killing us, and we can disarm them and prevent them from killing people in the future. But I don't know what that end game is, because we pretty conclusively know that if you have an armed right-wing extremist, someone's going to die.